Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, as you can see from the title of this video, we are having a baby. It's our baby number 2. So we're excited and a little bit scared of what's coming and the transition from one kid to 2 kids, but hopefully we can manage it. So I have my notes here. I'm going to also do my first trimester recap, and it's going to be all in one video because it's easier for me to do one video instead of 2 videos since I'm going to talk about the same topic. So, as you already know, I was diagnosed with PCOS when I was 12 and a half actually, which is when I got my period. And we did not struggle as much for the first child as we did for the second child. So they were some wild 2 years since we began trying, and I can't describe to you the times that I felt like I was failing myself, and I don't know how to express myself, but those 2 years were the roughest by far. So without further ado, let's go into the fun stuff. How I found out that I was pregnant, and I have my notes here. Yes, I am old school and I like the old-fashioned pen and paper, so don't mind me looking down, because yeah, my notes are done. So how did I find out that I was pregnant? I had my suspicions. We were trying, but as you know, 2 years nothing happened, and the month of March I started to get coffee aversion. Yeah, which was insane to me because I am the biggest coffee lover. I can drink 4 coffees a day. Yes, regular coffees with milk, creamer, that kind of stuff. But however, I could not manage to drink more than 3 sips from the coffee, and that was the first sign that was kind of suspicious to me. So then I decided to take a pregnancy test. I was 10 days DPO, and at first there was the faintest little line there, and I decided to wait 2 more days. After the 2 more days I did another test, and it came back positive, so my intuition did not fail me. Which I'm very glad. Yeah, we were excited, but to get pregnant this time around, we did exactly the same things except for one thing. I decided to give it a try, the Ovasitol, since I have PCOS and potentially insulin resistance, which I haven't been diagnosed yet, and I decided to try and take Ovasitol. I did not take the same form of Ovasitol that you may have it available at your country, because I did not have the Ovasitol as Ovasitol, you know, those strips that I've been seeing. So I did take a form of Ovasitol, and it was 1 box for 20 days. I ended up not taking the whole box because I found out I was pregnant, and it happened around my period. I started taking the Ovasitol around my period, before and during my period, so it matched a bit, and I did not end up taking the whole box because I found out I was pregnant. And I think that the Ovasitol has helped me tremendously, and I do recommend it, but please consult a medical person, because I did for what was best for me, and I took the Ovasitol just because it was best for me at the time. I'm no medical person in any kind of formal way, so please consult your doctor before you start taking the Ovasitol or some kind of form of it, please. So how did I tell my husband? He kinda low-key knew about this, because it was strange to him that I stopped drinking coffee and I was constantly nauseous. And since I took the pregnancy test, I ended up telling him that I was pregnant. He was very excited, and yeah, so when I also told my son, because he was begging me, I want a brother or sister like he has, like she has, I want one, I want the so we were saying, like, we were trying but not happening, but nothing was happening. And you know, it low-key hurts, but you know that you want to give him that, but simply you cannot give him at this moment. So when I found out I was pregnant, I told him, and he was over the moon. He now wants to have a little sister, but we will see what we will have. So whatever it is, I want him, or he or she, to be healthy, and yeah, so it doesn't matter the gender. I want a healthy baby. Yeah. So what were my first trimester symptoms? Yeah, I had really bad nausea, and I think that everything I ate was coming from down there back up here. So, and I also got a really bad reflux for heartburn for the first 2 months. Yeah, the third month was some kind better with that, but the first 2 months I had terrible heartburn. So as I previously mentioned, I had coffee aversion, I had egg aversion, which I still do have. I'm trying to eat eggs slowly. I'm trying to incorporate them back into my diet slowly, and it's rough. So, and I also had difficulty digesting food. So everything I ate, I was feeling like someone was sitting on my stomach. Yeah, go figure. I was constantly tired, and I did not have strength to do anything. Hence why my house got neglected. I only cleaned what it had to be cleaned. I did not do any spring deep cleaning or stuff. I still have winter clothes sitting in my chair. That one chair in the bedroom, that's ugh. So also I was sleeping a lot. It was so bad that I needed to sleep a lot. Yes, I'm full-time working mom, and before work, after work, during the day, on my off days, I was always sleeping and nauseous. So it was bad. Also, none of this I have previously experienced with my first pregnancy. This is very new to me, and it feels like I was in two worlds. So for the first child, I had the easiest, the best pregnancy. No nauseating, I was not nauseous. I was eating a lot. I was never feeling tired. drink coffee, as I said. None of these symptoms were the case of the first pregnancy, so this hit me like a bus. So I also was very emotional. Yeah, I was emotional. I started crying about the simplest little things. I was watching Tom and Jerry with my son, and I started crying because Tom was chasing and hitting Jerry. Yeah. Also, let's say I was very keen towards eating peaches. Those were my go-to food for the first 3 months. Yes, it was still spring, because it was spring. It was still the transition from winter to spring, and peaches were hard to find and, let me tell you, expensive. Yeah, and I was living off of peaches. I find very strange that I like fruit at all, because I'm not a big fruit eater, not at all, but somehow now I like it. So those were my symptoms that I got in my first trimester, and I also ended up at the hospital at 13 weeks pregnant. Yeah, I had low blood pressure and low hemoglobin, which is not good. I was hooked up to IV, yes, infusion, I think it's called IV. I was hooked to fluids. I was also throwing up that day, and my blood pressure was as low as 55 with 80. Yeah, which is supposed to be 80 with 120 normal, but I was feeling this bad. Thankfully, after 5 days at the hospital, it got normalized and I'm feeling great again. So yeah, I'm taking now iron supplements on top of the other supplements that I'm taking. So yeah, what are my hopes and dreams for this pregnancy? Well, I hope that I will have better sleep for one, and that I will stop having those food aversions and difficulties with digesting. So since it's summer now, it's very hot and I feel very hot and tired from this kind of weather. It's bothering me, it's affecting me very bad, but I still have to go to work and I still have to take care of my home. So hopefully I will be better and not having to worry about dropping my pressure low down again. And yeah. Oh, and I haven't shown you my bump. So this is currently 15 weeks. I hope that you like this video and this video wasn't as confusing for you, because I was all over the place. And hopefully you will continue to watching my channel, my videos, and you will consider subscribing to my channel because it helps me a lot. I would truly hope that you will give me a chance. See you soon. Bye.